frontier. This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toal,
target man, suspicious character,
and
with the top end of Stevenson, Grado!
Welcome once again to Football Daft. It is the daftest Scottish football podcast around. I am producer John, back presenting because who's missing yet again? Stephen Purden.
Lifted on Saturday night, so.
What, did he get lifted?
Aye. Do you know hear what happened?
No.
Fucking Polis come through his door.
Post came through his door?
What's wrong with it?
Really?
Aye.
Aye, don't.
Right, didn't tell
He
anyone.
was selling counterfeit River City t-shirts.
Dodgy bastard, that Bob Harris, I tell you. That man.
Bob Harris? I don't think that's his name.
Is it not Bobo Hara?
Bobo Hara,
It's
aye.
Bobo Hara.
Bobo Hara.
Bobo Hara.
Bob Hara.
Bobo's going to get you.
The gentleman with me, however, let's first of all welcome man who has this week been kicking about on motorbikes for the Glasgow Speedway. He's been hanging about with Katrina Shearer, former BBC newsreader at Ibrox. And do you know what, Grado? You were part of my little boy's French homework this week.
You're joking.
No.
Tell me, what happened?
So he was asked to find details about a celebrity and write them in French. He said, "Is Grado a celebrity?" And I said,
Come up, man. He's one of the best known cunts in Scotland.
So he was writing about you in his French homework.
Do you have to write it in French?
I had to write it in French.
What did he say?
He had to write down, is his real name Graham Stevely? He said yes. I had to write
On Écosse, Stevenson on Écosse. All
You
that.
had to write your birthday in
Je
French.
m'appelle Graham.
El Grand Cock.
J'habite en Écosse.
I think he said, is he 34? And I said, oh,
33.
33.
That's cute, man.
Is that your showbiz age or is that your...
No, it's my
I
shoot
think
age.
in Wikipedia it says 34, by the way.
Don't believe Wikipedia.
Right, don't believe what you
Fucking-
hear in Wikipedia then.
It says I'm 19 staying on there.
There's a few fucking windies ago with it.
And that man that you hear over there, right, he's written a full song off the back of Celtic putting on Twitter, which is our big question this week, off the back of Celtic putting you ought to have faith. Chris Toal has written a full song about Yotta to the words, the song of You Gotta Have Faith
I've
by
not
George
really
Michael.
wrote a full
Right,
song.
okay,
I've just changed one word.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch a Jota. I know not every Jota is a Jota like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play, Wraith Rovers too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. And when that love goes down in the box without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door, 'cause I gotta have faith.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I can hear it in the terraces right now.
I may take it to the bit where it goes, baby!
The key change from the fucking Celtic supporters. Amazing.
That's brilliant, man.
Absolutely amazing. So, talking about Celtic, Chris, you had Celtic Daft and Rangers Daft available both on the channel just now. What did you make of the Aberdeen game at the weekend?
I think we just done enough to win it, and that's something that's been missing.
Aye.
So it's a step forward. That gets a monkey off the back with the away record as well. So hopefully we can kick on for here. But I was saying that all last season, and hopefully we can kick on for here.
Aberdeen are rotten bottom.
Aberdeen are in trouble, eh?
Well, what I heard was Aberdeen, what a team, can't kick a jelly bean.
Celtic can't kick a ball. Rangers are the best of her.
Is that what you heard, is it? I mean, I don't know what. You look at that squad that went up against Celtic, and you go, look at that team. And that's probably, for me, the best squad outside the Old Firm.
Easily. I don't know how they're not pulling it together. Maybe they're just in a transitional period as well, you know what I mean? They've had how long with Derek McInnes? 10 years or something, was it? Aye. Can never get kicking your ass off it anyway.
Aye, well.
You know what I mean? So the club's going to need to adapt to a new management style and, fuck it.
Well, no, but it's like Boyd said, it's all about, that doesn't matter, this playing good football and all that, you've got to win games. You've got to win games, so.
Aye, it doesn't.
We only win games.
Great insight from Chris
all right,
Boyd,
saying
isn't
that.
it?
Aye, it doesn't hurt when the referee's sending cunts off and stuff
Oh,
like that.
no, we'll get
here
it.
we go,
Here we go. We'll
man.
get it. We were on Rangers Daft, me and Grady this week. Stephen again missing. We were talking about stovies. How were your stovies, Grado?
Stovies were good. I gave half them to my newsreader, and he said they were superb.
Right, so it was sausage on. We came in, so
Oh, I
sausage.
got on the phone now. I know that newsreader for go. That's the guy that we deliver the cookies to, innit?
Aye.
I can't just get fucking scran delivered there all the time.
Honestly, see when I'm making dinner, like at 5 o'clock at night, and if there's a big portion, I'll go, give that to Joe in the morning. I feel good. Turning up a wee Tupperware box.
that's nice,
Take your dinner, Joe. There you go, and he's delighted it.
And
Don't get me wrong,
John, we're sitting in here starving out our fucking heads.
Fucking hell.
don't get me wrong, man. It's a bit disgusting when he starts tanning it at like 7:15 in the morning.
I'll set you up for the day.
I've seen him eat beef curries and all that at like 7 in the morning.
Listen, I've
Fish cakes and all
ate
that.
a cold curry in the morning.
I think everyone's done that, yeah.
I think it all depends on like when you work. See if you do night shifts and all that.
Aye.
I come off night shift, I could eat missing ties. I could eat a fish supper.
Aye, because your body's
Innit?
set up to that fucking time.
Like a cold, you didn't even heat it in the microwave, you just go straight for a cold.
Straight in for it.
No,
mate.
no.
Really?
You need to heat up the
to
rice.
heat up, what?
You need to heat up the rice.
No, if you reheat the,
Don't
if you
reheat the
reheat the
rice.
rice, it's bad for you, mate.
No, I heard my mum tell me that you need to heat the rice straight up.
Aye,
Dead
what
hot.
happened to her? I'm sorry, mate.
That's the best. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Well, we promise Football Daft Meets will be back really, really soon. When Stephen gets back, and he usually books interviews, that'll be back soon. But we're going to line up loads of guests in the next week. Well, we've got a couple of belters up our sleeve. We promise you, so that'll be back soon. Let's kick through what's been happening in Scottish football. We'll lead to earlier on the red card for Ryan Porteous at the weekend. Chris, you didn't think it was a sending off, and it's open.
I need to put into perspective the fact that Jozo Simonovic nearly put Kenny Miller into fucking orbit, and it wasn't even a free kick.
That's true, yes.
Right, so maybe it is a red card if you look at the rules, but my problem is with the consistency.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Fucking.
But it was harmless. I think with Jack getting the boot in his face at Rugby Park. We're on an agreement.
Morelos stamping on Porteous.
There's plenty of that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of different
is.
isolated incidents.
Yeah.
There is.
But what we won for if the referee gets it right? Fortunately, on Sunday, the referee Nick Walsh stood up.
He got
had
it
to be
right.
counted, and he got it right.
Yeah, he absolutely. I think he did get it right.
So we can't start moaning about other decisions when somebody makes it
Charlie
right.
Richmond on my Facebook, right?
Why have you got Charlie Richmond on your
Because
Facebook?
I was chatting him up to come on the show.
Right, and did he up for it? I think he's feeling manic in a bit, isn't he?
He is up for it. I've just never ever get back to
Is
him.
it
For fuck's sake, get Charlie Richmond
I'll
on.
get Charlie Richmond on
Is
this.
he for a win?
I think so. He's running about that neck of the woods anyway, and he says, "Letter of the law, it's a red card."
Right.
So,
Hold on, you messaged him.
what? No. He do you know what he does on
puts
Facebook?
on Facebook.
He puts on ratings, like referee performances on Facebook.
Oh,
all
that's
that,
good.
and goes,
Well, get him on the show. We'd love to
He's
speak.
Right, man, what a loser.
Well, anyway, Hibs
He's going to Montgomery.
have lost the appeal against the red card, so it stands in Ryan Portugal missed the games against Dundee United.
Ryan
Aberdeen.
Portugal, Mr. Ryan Portugal, mate.
I said Porteous.
You said Portugal.
Porteous.
Did not.
Listen, see, but what do you think about that boy? Is for me, he probably could have a good career, but he's got too much carry on this
He's
too.
full of wee motors,
He's-
isn't he?
he just
He's
wants-
full of wee
He's
motors.
a good centre half, though.
I know.
He's a very good centre half.
Aye, he's a great defender.
Is he?
He's like, well, look how the game changed.
You're right. You're bang on because up until they got a player sent off, they could have won that game fairly easy.
Aye.
Not fairly easy, but they looked.
They looked
I wouldn't
the
have been
better-
surprised
they looked the better side.
if they had scored again. It wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah.
But I put us in the front foot. It made us kind of turn up a wee bit. Obviously, when they get sent off. Don't get me wrong. I was nervous as well because sometimes it can work no in your favour.
See, I'll show you this now. Right?
I think yeah, you go to Easter Road, you go to Tynecastle. I mean, I think Hibs and Hearts can be right in about it this season.
The Hearts game is going to be meaty.
Hibs and Hearts. I think when Rangers and Celtic, obviously Celtic turned up at Tynecastle and got beat off there. I mean, Hibs and Hearts are right good this season. I think they could be well in there come the end of the season. So talking about other things, UEFA are going to investigate the incident against Sparta Prague. Obviously, Glenn Kamara getting booed and jeered. So if you're going to have a look into that, I mean, it's disgusting, isn't it? I mean, the kids, just 10,000 kids in that Stadium and Kamara, Roof, all these players getting booed. It's just, it needs to change, man.
You know what? That shows you that it's a learned behaviour. You know what I mean? And these kids, and then they're coming out saying, don't have a go at our kids. Well, don't raise your kids to be wee fucking fannies and then we won't have a go at them.
There you go. That's the UEFA delegate. That's the UEFA delegate that just turned up there. Would you stop raising your kids as fannies right now?
That was a quote for Michelle Platini.
And obviously it's International Week this week as well. Scotland against Israel and the Faroe Islands as well. Sell out at Hampden. What are you thinking, boys? Think we can do against Israel?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man.
Hopefully. You'll be there, Grado.
I'll be coming.
He'll be there with his tartan scarf, his
Come on,
Jimmy
Scotland.
hat.
No, he's got his Scotland singlet that he wears to the Scotland games.
So he has, aye. So he has.
No, I've got my Snidey GD Sports rip-off one without the umbrella on it. You know what I'm talking about?
So yeah, fingers crossed Scotland can do it against Israel, Faroe Islands and get through to the next round. That would be great. But now, you know, we did this last week. There's not been much because it's International Week. We thought we'd look at some of the stories that are a bit daft. So I've got two stories from Falkirk for you. For, you know, me and Grado are in breakfast radio. Grado does Grado Toal, and we come across these stories. So here's the first story that we've come across this week, Chris. An exhausted Falkirk mum has shared a bizarre trick to help a toddler son sleep after she was left looking like a zombie. What kind of trick do you think she did?
Sleeping on her breasts.
No. To get
Chloroform.
No, she's not chloroform, the laddie. This 4-year-old boy. So what? She went out and she bought a melon. So this kid was kicking about with a melon. She put it in the bed with the kid. He hugged the melon. Great night's sleep ever since he did the melon.
You know what they say? You get melons, you make
Melanie.
Is that one still game, isn't it? Was that one still game?
I can't remember. All I know is, what the fuck's she then?
What do you mean she got a melon?
She got a melon?
Wait, how she got to that? He's not sleeping. I know what I'll do. I'll buy him a melon.
She probably read it on Mum's Net.
No, apparently he became obsessed with this melon, so she put it in the bed with the kid and had a great night's sleep, and that
Did
was
he
on
do
it.
cut a hole in it?
No, oh Jesus Christ! So there you go. If you're having trouble with kids sleeping, buy them a melon. But it only lasted. Obviously, the melon went off. And the best thing about it, what do you think the melon was called?
Melanie.
It was close. It was called Mel. Brilliant. So there you go. Buy a melon if you're having trouble sleeping. You might need this advice, Grado, because your Wayne's on the way. So there you go.
You got to the old Mum's Net.
And
I've been on it.
Another story from Falkirk. Scots baffled by black leather fetish bench for sale on Facebook. The custom-made item is being flogged for £200 after a buyer failed to collect it from Falkirk. So this person's a specialist in obviously making sex furniture. I don't know if that's even a specialist subject, but they made this black leather fetish bench. The good news, however, is it's a sex aid that comes decorative with diamond studs and a removable metal bar. So if you can imagine, it's like a stool with two metal kind of handlebars coming out the side.
Right.
So you could maybe remove the metal bars if you didn't want to have it and have a nice little stool for your living room.
I can't picture this, but what is it? Did they stick up their arse?
I've got see like a big wheel.
Right.
I've got one of the benches in my mind because it's got the metal bar in that. So
What?
the big wheel, the Ferris wheel.
Aye.
See like when you go in that and the wee bar comes over you.
How you got that for? So for sitting on the couch?
No, I'm saying I've got that in my head. The way
I thought he said he's got one.
That's what I thought he said.
I thought his hankies he falls off the couch. They strap him in.
it's my high chair.
Sammy, strap me in.
Sammy, strap me in. It's dinner time then.
So I know if you can picture like a stool, and then in the side of the stool, it's like a handlebar, like so metal bar. It's basically if you're bending over and getting shagged for behind,
John,
that's what it's for. That's what it's for. I'm just saying, Grado, so it's available to buy or on Facebook Marketplace, which obviously
You try to advertise this for one of your mates or something?
It's him that's made it, innit?
Yeah. You struggling, Biggin?
no, if I'm buying a fucking sex toy, no.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, if you're bending over.
So that's some of the stories we've come across this week. Later we'll talk more football on the open line. We'll be playing for pies in the player profile playoff. On the big question, we're taking inspiration from Grado Toal and Celtics. You ought to have faith, as we ask you to take something from Scottish football and turn it into a song. And we'll reveal last week's swankiest moments with Eldorado tonic wine, and you get to vote on a new one as well. Grado's got 3 riddles this week.
Yeah, it's free.
And on teammates, it's Dundee United captain Mark Reynolds, who was one of our favourite guests and has an absolute belter of a teammate. So that's all to come.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Call them now on 01698 767 172.
Right, we've got in the studio none other than the one, the only Nicole from G4 Claims. I've not saw you in a good wee while. It's good to see you, Nicole. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm alright. Gonna tell me a wee bit more about the G4 Claims and the benefits we can reap?
Yes, I would absolutely love to. So, G4 Claims is an accident management company. We can help you from the side of the road. That's how early we can interfere. So if you've been involved in an accident, always phone G4 Claims first. Why would you claim against your own insurance policy and pay for your excess and, get involved in racking up your bills for next year when potentially your claim can take 6 to 9 months to get resolved? You want to make sure you're claiming against the at-fault insurance company directly. So phone G4 Claims from the roadside. We're actually just relocating. We're in Motherwell at the moment, but we're going to be moving to our new premises in Wishaw. We'll be even closer to you guys. We'll be able to pop in and see you all the time.
Fantastic.
And we can recover your car from anywhere. We can work the full of Scotland. So if you're involved in an accident, please phone us first at 01698 767 172. It's not at fault claims, and it's claims made
easy.
Is the Football Daft open line, the open line, of course, where anything goes. Can Scotland do it against Israel? I think we can.
Are we playing Israel again?
If we're playing Israel again.
There's more Scotland and Israel games than any other fixture in the world.
I think there is. I don't think that can be argued. But I reckon we can do it on Saturday.
I've got Kristen, I'll not see it.
Full house at Hampden.
You going, John?
I'm not. I'm watching the pub. I'm going to get a ticket, but
is it sell out?
Sell out?
Oh, good on them.
Sell out. Are we working? Good on them. What? We pat on the head for the SFA there. Was it a red card for Ryan Porteous, and that might have popped up? Grado Toal.
Be honest.
The game's fucked.
The game's it depends what angle.
I didn't think it was a red card when I saw it live in front of me, but when I see it back, red card. Stonewall.
And is Stephen Glass going to crack at Aberdeen? Do you see what I did there?
I was smashing, mate. I was smashing.
Join that. He's under pressure there,
it must be a pain.
I wish there was a sort of window into his mind that we could.
Fucking hell, man.
Right, we're going to
stretch.
Let's go into our first caller on the open line. It is all the way from Australia. So, Chris, you get to do your Australian accent. Yes! Because that was fucking terrible. It's Stephen who's phoned us from Canberra.
Which is, by the way, the capital, if you ever get that question in a pub quiz.
Yes, not Sydney.
Aye, because you would
Melbourne.
think...
Nope, Canberra is the official capital of Australia, and he should be joining us on the line now.
Well, Stephen.
G'day, mate.
How's getting on?
That's a bit down. I thought you were going to be Australian, man.
I was going to go, g'day, mate. How you going?
How you going? You all right there, mate?
You having a fucking one, mate?
It's fucking bonza. Listen, I need to ask you two questions. Have you watched Mr. In Between?
I have not.
Have you watched Wentworth?
I've watched Wentworth.
How good is Wentworth, mate?
Nice. But it's the same over here. Like everybody thinks Australians drink Fosters. Do you know what I mean? It's just perceived wrong over here.
Did he still watch Home and Away Neighbours, or is that still the kind of main?
When I was like 15, man, I was fucking all over Home and Away Neighbours.
Aye.
And I moved over here. Haven't watched it once.
One of my favourite actresses was beautiful, Tammin Sussok. That was her shoot name. Yes, our actress, her name in Home and Away was Danny Sutherland. Google her. Beautiful.
Here's one for you. Is it true that Australians wouldn't give a Castlemaine 4X for anything else?
100%, mate.
Thank fuck for that.
Adverts haven't lied to us.
I thought I'd been lied to my whole life.
Stephen, you're on all the way from the...
You grow up in Scotland or whatever, and you see all the adverts, and it's like, oh, fucking everybody drinks Fosters, whatever. And you move over here, and nobody knows a fucking thing about Fosters.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? Right? I was talking to one from Australia on Wednesday, who, by the way, Toal, moved to Airdrie. For Australia. Because
Who moves to Airdrie for Australia?
I swear, because our boy's really good at the Speedway.
All right.
For Glasgow Tigers. And
how about this? I used to stay in Carnbro and I moved to Australia.
Mate, it's just 5 seconds from my house.
Is it?
Aye, Carnbro.
Well, this woman's moved out here. She says she likes the place, but she doesn't like our fish, and she misses the wildlife.
She doesn't like our fish?
And she says it's too yellow. That's what she said.
It's like she's been fucking getting... What do you call the ones? Trout? Is it trout, the shell?
No, is it no haddock? Smoked haddock?
Smoked haddock's yellow.
That's painted yellow, isn't it?
That's dyed yellow. Do you want to get a different kind of fish?
I've told her loads, but she says she misses the snakes and the tarantulas and all that. I was like, yeah, if you're nut. As long as you don't board them.
What is that? We've got some of the best tour here, but it's not as good as the golden fry.
Oh, exactly, man.
Not as good as TGI Friars at the roundabout of Airdrie.
Oh, boy. Stephen, you're on to talk about... You're a Rangers supporter, first and foremost, but you're on to talk about something that's close to your heart.
Well, it was a story I was reading... What did I put up? It was a story I was reading a couple of days ago, and it was about a guy called Danny Hodgson, and he's from Cumbria. And he used to play with... Hold on, let me see. He used to play in the English, like Division 2 or whatever, and he came over and he was playing for a Perth team called Joondalup. And he was out one night with the boys and he got punched in the back of the head off a 15-year-old, fell, banged his head, ended up in a coma. So I've been kind of following his story over the last couple of weeks, and like Dean Henderson, Dominic Calvert-Lewin have all donated like $10,000 to the charity or whatever, the GoFundMe page. And it was just to raise awareness about it. Like, no one's really spoke about it over here in the news and whatnot. And you read it on the news here, and it's like it's sad. Do you know what I mean? It was just to give a bit of an insight to it. And even the funds are all to go. He was paying his mortgage and stuff for his wife, his family, and whatnot. And even Ronaldo sent a personal message, and it was like, "Hi, Danny. I heard about your story. I hope you get well soon. I invite you to come to one of your games in Manchester. So get well soon, my friend, and I'll see you." And that was it. But it was just, like, I listen to this podcast every fucking day, man. Like, I'm a landscape gardener and I'm out working and I'm pitching myself at Grado and Toal and whatnot, and all the comments and stuff. And I was reading.
No, Stephen, because he's no fucking here ever.
You remember that guy that used to host the show with us?
I mind him. But listen, that's a cause that.
I need to say that. How can we get involved with the sharing of the crowdfunding and all that? What would I type in to get me?
I would try to find your email, Grado, and then obviously I guess you guys can give me it. And it's not even about raising money. I think they've raised like 160 grand.
Right.
The boy's been in a coma for 4 weeks.
Grado, this is go.co.uk. You could use that.
Right, so the guy's been in a coma for 4 weeks. Is he out of the coma now?
Well, this is the thing. I read the story today. So he was in a coma for 4 weeks, and Perth Glory played a friendly with his local club, and they raised like 10 grand, and they flew his parents stuff out. And then there was a bit of to and fro with the whole COVID thing, and they got an exemption to get his parents in.
Right.
So they came over and they were in quarantine for 14 days. And then the first day they got to see him, he opened his eyes and he had a bit of communication. And then 2 days later, he went right downhill. So they were just pleading for everybody to just, like, I don't know, raise awareness and give a wee bit of money. There's obviously plenty of money there, but my thing was, I'm a massive football fan, and I've played in Australia and I played under Tony Vidmar and stuff like that.
We are Tony Vidmar?
Northern Spirit.
I was playing with, remember the Rangers top when we get relegated and it's just got the crest on it and the 1972 on the back of the collar? Or 1872.
Aye, I remember that Perth Glory jersey, the Rangers badge on it. I remember.
What was Northern Spirit again? I know I just plucked it out.
Not Perth Glory, Northern Spirit. Aye,
Northern Spirit.
Aye. And it was Rangers had like a controlling stake in them or something, didn't they? And Craig Moore was a manager or something at one point, or he played with him as well, didn't he?
I had the strip. I'm reading about this now. Johnny Hodgson, it looks terrible, man. I'm just seeing that his parents managed.
It's fucking rotten.
Aye, man. I just see that the parents are there and won't leave his side. So, aye, man, that is brutal. I'm just trying to find exactly something I could share on Twitter or something like that on Facebook. We'll try and get.
My thing is, over here, like Perth Glory did a friendly match with his team and they raised like $8,000 or something like that. And I played in Canberra for about 6 years at like a high level, and I know a few people here, so I said to my mate the other day, I was like, do you think we can arrange like a friendly game or something, and we'll get one of the boys, Adam Rogic, who used to play for, his brother's Tom. I was like, can we get a signed shirt over here? And then one of the boys, Thomas James, just played for Perth Glory. I was like, can we get Daniel Sturridge signed shirt? And then one of my Greek mates knows, what's the tennis player? It's an arsehole, Kyrgios.
Nick Kyrgios.
Can we get a signed like tennis racket? So I made a few phone calls a day and everyone's like, aye, of course we can. Like once COVID lifts, we'll try and do a charity match. And then it got me thinking. And I was like, I listen to podcasts all the time, and even though you guys are back in fucking Scotland, I was like, even if
I should we do something.
Even if it's fucking £200, like it doesn't fucking matter. But it's more just to raise a bit of awareness and support the family. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, you've certainly done that today, Steve, so really appreciate you coming on and make us aware of that, because it's a terrible story, and fingers crossed the lad can, get well.
Pulls through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully pulls through, but even just a wee share,
Aye, that's what... Yeah. Try, if you get us on Twitter or Facebook, and we can maybe DM each other and try and come up with something, mate.
100%. I was wishing Purdon was on, because my mom used to work with his dad and had some funny stories, but I'll keep it for the next time.
Right, we'll definitely keep them, because we want to embarrass him as much.
I'll make it like a Toal Big Brother fucking thing.
Brilliant, super. Stephen, listen, thanks very much for coming on. What time is it in Australia just now?
12:38 a.m.
You get your what tomorrow?
A day, actually, and it was the missus' birthday tonight, and she was like, we were going to bed, and she was trying to get a wee bit jiggy with it, and I was like, no, I'm going on the podcast with Grado and the boys.
Nice one.
Listen, I can't believe Football Daft is stopping boys getting their hole here. Come on, right, you get off the phone and away, try and wake her up.
That just shows you how far it goes, you know what
I mean? Brilliant, Stephen, thank you very much for coming on, pal.
Take care, happy birthday to your missus.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Take care, and remember and cheer Danny Hodgkin, H7.
And it's just a quick open line this week, and that is it for it. If you want to be on next week, get in touch via the usual social media channels.
Football Daft's big question.
Now, I've got to say, Chris, hats off to the Celtic social media team this week. After Jota scored against Aberdeen at the weekend, they went straight to it. And because he looks a bit like George Michael, they went for "You ought to have faith," which you got to applaud that. But I like a good pun. I like a good pun, and that was an absolute cracker. Well. That was a cracker. So this week, inspired by that, we thought we'd throw it out on the big question to take someone or something from Scottish football and turn it into a song. And we got a couple of belters coming in. You boys have got a couple up your sleeve though.
In the Ayr United tonight.
That is good. It is good.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song.
2 Ayrshire ones there. Good. Some belters coming in from the listeners though.
All right. Okay. Ethan says Kamara Chameleon.
I pointed it. That's a good point. You sing Bona 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 Barisic.
Kamara.
It doesn't work.
That's harder. Kamara. No,
it doesn't work. Does it? No.
Kamara.
No,
it doesn't work.
Right, Martin's come in with For Whom the Bell Crystals.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Robbie's saying, what's the story, Eamon Barofi?
What's the story? They must sing that.
That's Ross McCrory.
It is, isn't it?
They did that, didn't they?
What's the story, Ross McCrory?
That much better, aye.
The Lone Ranger says, Pakuna Sakala. What a wonderful phrase.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Stephen says to David Bowie's Starman, oh God, I don't know the name. I don't know how to sing this tune. You need this. There's a star fell.
There's a star fell got lost inside the box. He'd like to tackle forwards, but he doesn't know how.
It doesn't really scan well.
You've not done great there, Stephen, I'll be honest.
We need to think of something with box to make that work.
Right, Jesus, this is one. Sean says, don't stand so close to me. The illico of love, broad footless.
Don't stand so close to me. That's a belter.
That's a look. That's a look. A look of love. We've got Ross says,
they sing that.
don't let the sun go down on Stevie May. This is my favourite one.
There you go, read it.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do Kyogo motion. Oh, you're fucking stretched there. You're stretched there, Louis. That was Louis.
That's funny. What song's this? Ripping off Simon. We're going to rock down to Ange.
We're going to rock
down to Ange Posh Chicago.
I like to give you 80 grand. That's a belter.
Ricky, you want me this one? Ricky says Jason Cummings, Eileen.
Jason Cummings, Eileen.
I don't know the second song. See, Ian Hart's the hit.
Ian Hart's the herald angels sing.
Glory to the newborn king. John says groove is in your heart.
Oh, Ian says I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy.
And Albert's legend says, hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is James Grady.
Oh, brilliant. The champions of below the waist grooming are here to save your balls. You heard that right? Manscaped. The best of the best and world champions of men grooming are here so you stay clean and take care of yourself where it matters most. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all of your below-the-waist grooming needs with the code DAFT at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping off your order. I've been using Manscaped this week. I've been using the ball toner. I've been using the clippers. My balls are looking great. How about anybody else?
My balls are always looking great, man.
I went to town and my wife went, what have you done?
And that's
his wife's like, I'm not getting them in my teeth anymore.
Take it in my teeth. My teeth. That's why Manscaped has a performance package. The thing is, they are the real deal. The ultimate grooming package for a champion. Included is the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker for your nose and ear hair, liquid formulations, plus a free travel bag and boxers. This package stars the redesigned electric trimmer, the Lawnmower. The trimmer is simply the best hygiene tool for the modern man. Perfect for a proper footballer all over the globe. This 4th generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-function on-off switch, can engage a travel lock, and it's even waterproof. It also comes with the Weed Whacker and the ear and the nose and the hair trimmer. It's waterproof. It uses 9,000 RPM motor power 360 degree rotary dual blade system, and the nose and the ear hair trimmer provides proprietary skin safe technology which helps prevent nicks, snags, tugs and those delicate holes. And you can't forget about the liquid formulations to keep your balls feeling their best from kick-off to final whistle. Use the Crop Preserver to feel fresh and a Crop Reviver to give your balls a boost at half-time. This package is head-to-toe top class and an easy choice for the best footballers in Europe. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DAFT at manscaped.com. Get the perfect package for your package and be a champion. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code DAFT. Shoot for glory this year with the best tools from the job from Manscaped.
We'll just keep the music going because you two haven't heard this in a wee while, have you? Ho, ho, ho!
John, have you ever heard that?
No.
Shut up.
That's pathetic.
Did he play that before the B&Q Cup, John?
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Find them on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at G4 Claims Limited.
It is the Player Profile Playoff with piesports.com, bringing you the taste of Scottish football direct to your door. You can get yourself some Scotch pies, steak and gravy, macaroni, chicken curry, chicken and chorizo, all coming to your door. They've got brilliant selection up there. You can pick out your favourite formation. You can get the 4-4-2, the 4-3-3, every sort of formation on their website, so check it out.
And if you're Hibs at Ibrox, the 3-4-2.
Was it 3-4-2?
Aye, well, Portis gets sent off on nothing, doesn't he?
It's up at the league and you ain't know.
You ain't know. That's a double negative, Grado. That means we're top of the league.
You can also give them a call, 0141 739 9999. However, we like to give away pies on this show to our faithful listeners, and this week is no change as we welcome Billy to the show. How you doing, Billy?
You get a Billy on here, is it?
A Billy wearing a Rangers stamp and with a Union flag in the background. How you doing?
Staunch.
I'm a nervous fucking wreck. I've never done one like this before. I'm sitting here sweeting my parent.
That's funny, but I like how they wear this is your first time. You're like, right, I'm not going to set the camera, right? I'm going to get the Rangers stamp on. I'm going to get a flag put on the wall.
I'm going to get my John Knox poster in the background there.
I'm just in for my work. I was the fit full to the flare trying to get him in time for it.
How would you do?
I'm a CNC engineer, if you came with that.
Is that today with nautical?
No, for island gas.
Island gas. Island gas.
He must make a few.
I tell me about it.
Money here, Billy,
no enough.
Can't afford a big Union Jack like that unless you're bringing in the funds.
Check out Billy's Union Jack on the video version, patreon.com/football daft. Listen, Billy, I've got a coin here. I'm going to flip it. Heads is you're playing Grado. Tails, it's Toal. Tails! So it's an old firm derby. There we go.
Here we go.
Before we go on, Billy, I need to get your buzzer. What is it going to be?
Billy. Very original.
Billy. Good, I like that. What's yours this week, Chris?
Tim.
We've got Billy and Tim there. You know the rules, boys. I'm going to read out a player description. Buzz in if you know the answer. If you buzz in, you'll miss your opportunity if you get it wrong. And the play passes to the other player. First to two wins. Yes?
Yes.
Right, okay. As it's International Week, I've taken some of the current Scotland squad. Okay. So it's quite easy and quite quick. So you better be quick on your buzzer, Billy.
There's a good chance I'll fuck this.
Right, okay. Right, you ready for the first player? With 3 Scotland caps to his name, this lad is the youngest...
Billy Gilmore.
Fucked it. I'll continue with
I love it when he says that.
I will continue with the clue for you, Billy. This lad is the youngest member of the squad at the age of 19. He made his first start against Moldova and his current...
Nathan Parson.
1-0, Billy.
1-0, Billy.
Fucking Nathan Parson.
There you are. Right, next player up. Here we go. This 30-year-old started his career at Hull and didn't receive his first call-up until 2016 in a friendly against Denmark. He then had to wait 3 years to make his debut in a 1-2 defeat to Russia. He qualifies... Billy.
I've maybe jumping in there. Andy Robertson.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No.
He started...
Just when he said Hull.
Oh, but I thought maybe he'd get picked for Scotland when he played at Hull.
I'll continue with the clue for Chris. He qualifies for Scotland through his grandparents from Bo'ness and started his first game started the first game at the Euros. He is currently captain of Leeds United.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, you don't tell me you fucking forgot the captain of Leeds United, considering you're meant to be a Leeds supporter.
I'm a Leeds supporter, and do you know what? I always fucking forget his name.
You better get it, because I've only got one more player to go here.
Right. Centre half, Leeds captain. Do you know what? I always fucking completely blank on this guy. I'm not even joking.
You're joking. Billy, I'm going to let you back in. Do you know what player it is?
Liam Cooper, his name.
Well, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Liam Cooper. Right, read out the last one.
I'll do
the last one. I'm going to give it to Billy.
You're usually quite good at this, Chris.
I know, mate. I don't know what's happened to me.
He's maybe good at this, and he's a fucking Leeds United supporter.
Oh, Leeds are my
so he claims.
I fucking forgot.
Fucking hell. Don't even know your team's captain, eh?
I know.
Right, final player, here we go. This player now finds himself playing in the Champions League against the likes of Leipzig and Paris Saint-Germain.
John Hendry.
No,
Jack
wrong.
Henry, Jack Henry,
no,
Jack
I'm going to
Henry.
accept your first answer, Chris.
Fuck you, John.
Since his move to the Belgian League, he has flourished and joined Bruges in the summer from Ostend.
it's Jack
Before
Henry.
that, he only managed 15 games at Celtic after a move from Dundee. Who do you think it might be, Billy?
Jack Henry.
Say John
Oh, it
Henry.
might be Jack Henry. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You've won the
Fucking arsehole.
pies. Well done, sir.
Well
Well
done,
done,
Billy.
Billy.
Cheers.
Congratulations, sir. You have vanquished the
Take a
champion.
bow, son. Stand, take a bow, go.
Oh no, I can't. I'm mortified in my front here. No, I
Billy, listen, you've got pies, and if you want to get pies, go to piesports.com, get
What's
yourself
happening
sorted out. And if you want to play next week, look out for the tweet on our socials.
It's now time for Grado's Three Riddles on Football Daft. Welcome to another edition of Grado's Three Riddles. The scores currently sit at
Oh no, Chris is in the lead now, isn't he?
Chris is in the lead.
Aye,
13-11 something.
13-12.
13-12, yeah.
Right, let's get towed right into this. I'm going to go right for the start. Phoning when you're freezing in her trees.
Phoning. Right.
Phoning.
Colin Calderwood.
You're a prick. How'd you get that?
Oh,
Well done, mate.
that is good. I had Colin, but I was oh, right.
Okay.
Right, okay, but that's good. That is good.
Even though I don't like getting these in the mail, I am happy.
Bill McMurdo. Bill, no, it's not Bill. I am happy.
Bill Smiley.
I'm happy, Bill.
A well-known Scottish football person, Bill Smiley.
Billy Dodds doesn't make sense.
Happy. No, sorry. Even though I don't like getting these in the mail, I am happy.
Bill McMurdo. No. Bill.
Bill Bill Gladstone.
No, is it called with that?
Are we out with Bill?
Aye.
Are we out with Bill? Oh, fuck. Right. I thought that was an obvious one. I don't get these in the mail. Don't like getting these in the mail.
No, you've got Bill. That's
All right, okay, it's Bill. I thought you were
Bill.
right. Okay.
Bill.
Even though I don't like getting these in the mail, I'm happy.
Happy. Bill smile.
Bill Cheeser.
Bill laugh. Bill.
Is it Bill or Billy?
I mean, I don't really know what to say, but
Right, don't say
how many footballers do you know called Bill? Come on.
Billy.
Billy Gladmore.
It's no, alright, I'll give you a clue. It's no like how you feel. Like, it's something else. It's like, I just thought it would connect.
Billy Farrell.
That's a coffee machine on.
There's the fucking coffee machine on.
Yep.
I think I'm stumped for this one.
Billy Farrell. I don't know.
No.
Farrell Farrell. That's what I was going. I don't even know who that is. Played for Arbroath in 1978.
Cause I'm happy.
Why would I pick some cunt for the played in Arbroath in 1978?
Billy Williams.
Nah.
Bill.
Right, I'm gonna have to give you a clue here.
Right,
You
okay.
look at my phone, you man.
I'm not looking.
Right, I'll give you a clue.
Right.
A film.
Bill Gilmore. Bill Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
I said Billy Gilmore. That's when he laughed. I said Billy Gladmore. That's good. That is good. Right, okay.
Here we go.
One back, thank God.
14-13.
Right, here we go. Here's the
bring it
final.
even.
Here's the final bit. Right. Spanish football chant. Oh yeah. I've scalded myself in McDonald's.
Spanish football tan. Oh yeah, I've scalded myself in McDonald's.
It didn't need a sound effect. I could,
Alright,
Spanish football chant. I've scalded myself in McDonald's.
Oh, wait. Spanish football chant. Oh, wait.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. No, because that would be Solskjaer. I was thinking Sayer, Solskjaer, or Sayer. That's
Ollie Gutskalskin.
Ollie Selenko.
I can't believe he's going to get this.
Ollie, we kind of on the track with Ollie?
No.
Right, all right. All that Spanish football chant.
Oh, Ollie McBurney.
Brilliant, that's fucking brilliant.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Get them now at notitfaultclaims.com.
It is time for the Eldorado Swanky Moment of the Week. Remember, ask for LD at any swanky bar. It's easy to drink, it's short, fruity, and finished with a trace of caffeine. And the Eldorado boys are going to come into the studio quite soon. They've got a swanky big Cadillac, Eldorado Cadillac, so they're going to come in and they've got a special surprise for Grado on the way.
Oh, nice one.
So what was that? It's available at your local convenience store. You can follow them now on Facebook, Instagram at Eldorado Tonic Wine, or check them out at eldoradotonicwine.com. To celebrate the swanky taste of Eldorado, we pick out our swanky moments from Scottish football from the week and leave you to vote on it on our Twitter at FootballDaftPod. The results are in from last week, boys. Are we ready for the results? Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Thank you, Chris. In last place with 9.3%, it's Grado with Sebastian Thill's tattoo. Next up, you can't remember it. Next up, Chris Toal with Lennon Miller's goal for Motherwell, which was absolutely cracker.
I hope Lennon Miller signs for Rangers because you'll maybe get some fucking votes.
15.1%. In second place, it was me, 23.3%, with Montrose's use of AJ Styles' Royal Rumble debut to intro new signing Cammy Ballantyne. And the winner this week is from the listeners, John McLaughlin's penalty save. What a shock! 52.3% of the vote that got.
We've got more Gavin Swanky.
Oh yeah, we've got the Gavin Swanky.
I thought you were just going to play it over the top.
Oh, right, before
we can debut it here just now.
We'll debut it here, so we talked about it early on in the process of the Swanky moment. We thought, wouldn't it be brilliant if we get Arbroath's Gavin Swanky to introduce the Swanky moment of the week. Grado spoke to his friend Ricky Little and we have made it happen. Here is Gavin Swanky.
This is Gavin Swanky, and this is the Eldorado Swanky Moment of the Week.
That's amazing.
Play the other one at all.
This is Gavin Swanky, and this is the Eldorado Swanky Moment of the Week.
That's better. It gives it large. So thank you very much to Gavin Swanky for doing that. You can tell
he's went,
that's not good enough.
Brilliant. So thank you very much for Gavin Swanky for providing that. So boys, what's your Swanky moment of the week?
Let Togo first.
My Swanky moment of the week is Alfredo Morelos' winner against Hibs.
Aye.
The pressure the boy was under, the amount of stuff that was riding on it, you know what I mean? It was a huge moment. I feel it's a huge moment in the season.
Hold on.
I just think it's a Swanky moment of the week.
Hold on. You are seriously backing a Rangers goal for Swanky moment of the week.
See, when you see Swank, you've just got to doff your captain.
Right, okay. Your choice, Chris. Grado, what is your...
Mine's has got to be without a doubt. I mean, there's been a few highlights for the weekend, a few Swanky moments, but for me, it's got to be the superstar himself, Kyogo, chesting it against Aberdeen.
Hold on.
Just honestly, an unbelievable bit of skill. The amount he brings to that Celtic side, he makes such a difference, and it could he could be such an important player in the run in the end of the season. So my Swanky moment of the week is when Kyogo chested it against Aberdeen. What's yours, John?
No. Fairland's third goal at the weekend. Did they score 3? I don't know.
Hold on a minute, right? You're choosing a Rangers moment. No. You're choosing a Celtic moment.
Listen, this is a non-sectarian podcast, mate. We don't care.
Okay.
You know, we're about football, aren't we, Grady?
We're all about football.
Hands across the... Listen, I appreciate that. Hands across the right.
I hope you win, Tool.
I hope you win, Grado.
I hope you win.
Something's going on here. Something's not quite right. I don't know what's going on. Right.
A light shone in the night. somewhere ahead.
Handy.
Oh, I've gone through the
Right. Something's not quite right. Anyway, I am going to nominate, my nomination for the Swanky Moment of the Week is Ricky Foster's Shacket.
Hey, Scouse all of a sudden.
Ricky.
Ricky.
Is it his socks?
No, his shacket that he wore on sports scene at the weekend.
His jacket?
Shacket.
What's a shacket?
Do you not know what a shacket is?
Is it a shirt and a jacket?
I am a big fan of the shacket. It's like a cross between a shirt and a jacket. So you wear it like over a t-shirt. It's like a jacket, but it's also like a shirt.
Like Mick Foley's plaid shirt kind of thing.
A wee bit, but it's not as like fleecy as Mick Foley's. It's like a. It's do you know what? I'll wear my shacket next week for you, Chris.
Or we could invite friend of the show Ricky Foster back on on his shacket.
But it was a fantastic shacket. He wore it in sports. It was like a denim number. Really liked it. So
Ricky, you can't hide that Amy McDonald money.
You want to see he had a nice pair of socks actually on.
By the way, the guy cuts a fine figure of a man.
He's a good looking fella. Amy's a very lucky lady.
She is.
Yeah, he's lucky if she's got on them. She's minted. I'm
sure he's got a few bob and all.
I Ricky does alright for himself as well, to be fair. So that is Swanky Moments from us. The Swanky Moment of the Week from the listeners this week comes from Matthew, and he's nominating the Dunfermline statement. Now, did you boys see this?
No.
They basically went to town on their fans and basically lectured their fans, and it's all fucking kicking off in Dunfermline.
Oh, let's see.
What is it for? What have they?
Well, the fans have obviously come up against Peter Grant and our poor result of the weekend there. They've got a run of games. I was speaking to Stephen at my work, who's a massive Dunfermline supporter. They've got a run of games of like Kilmarnock, Wraith Rovers, Arbroath and Partick Thistle coming up, and the board have basically came out and completely backed Peter Grant, and the fans are going fucking mental because they basically at the end of the statement basically said, and you lot, you better shut up. So it was fucking...
I'm a big fan of that behaviour.
Fucking pretty brutal.
Unless it's my club.
Is Grado reading it now, is he?
Hey, we're not read this, so then. Wait till we see what he says. The Dunfermline statement was posted 2 days ago. Do we see? I want to get to the end here because it's fucking mad. Finally, the board would like to state that the behaviour of a handful of supporters at the end was completely unacceptable and has been highlighted. We can accept everyone is frustrated and disappointed or indeed angered by not winning the matches, but there can be no excuse for that type of behaviour. In addition, the original members of the board are made up of supporters themselves who have acted on a voluntary basis the last 8 years, but in recent weeks, the level of abuse directed towards them has become totally unacceptable. Now is not the time to say any more on that subject, as our energy has to be focused on winning football. However, the events of the last few weeks have certainly not made for a positive portrayal of our club to our new investors and potential supporters.
So basically, you're saying, fuck off, supporters, we're in charge.
I wonder what's happened, because they said behaviour at the end of the game. Have they tried to have a go at him or something like that? Because Peter Grant will dismantle them. Do you know what I mean?
That is true. But I mean, we had Peter Grant in the show.
He's probably forgave them already, man. He is quite a religious guy.
Yes.
He went home and prayed for their souls.
He's a lovely guy.
Yes, he's a lovely guy.
You know, Dunfermline in a bit of a state at the moment, so we'll wait and see what happens there. So that's Dunfermline statement is getting nominated for our Swanky Moment of the Week from the listeners this week. So that's your nominations. Chris Toal, what are you nominating?
Alfredo Morelos is winning.
Brilliant. I just wanted to hear that again. Grado, what are you nominating?
Kyogo's chest against Aberdeen.
Brilliant. I'm nominating Ricky Foster's shacket, and Matthew is putting forward the Dunfermline statement. So if you want to vote on any of those, check out our Twitter, vote for your Swanky Moment of the Week, and remember, Eldorado Tonic Wine, Scotland's own, is now Football Daft.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Call them now on 01698 767 172.
Remember, you can get more content from Football Daft. We are on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a service that will get you more content from us. You subscribe each month, pick your tier. On the service, you'll get things like the video version. That's on our like lower tier. I think it's like £5 a month or something like that. You'll get free t-shirts on our upper tier. You get a chance to come into the studio, which we're going to start really, really soon once Stephen gets back. We thought we'd wait for Stephen because he's the big star of the show, isn't he?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sorry, Chris. But I have to say, when I was out in Glasgow with you got more selfies than Stephen and Grado put together anyway.
Well, like I said, people see a dwarf, they want a photo of him.
That is true. And they usually want to lift you as well for some reason. I don't get that. Why do people want to lift you, Chris?
I'm not down with that shit, mate. No. And if you've ever tried to lift me, it's no me.
It's not an easy task.
Do you know, all the boys in the wrestling comment on how heavy I am?
Really?
Aye.
So there you go. Don't lift Chris, all right?
Exactly.
But yeah, you can get more stuff at patreon.com/football daft from us. We've got up there teammates, which we've done for the last year or so, and we're playing out some of the old teammates on the show. One of our favourite guests that has been on the show is Mark Reynolds, famous for the infamous Archie Knox spunk or shite bag story. If you've not heard that, you've got to go back into the archives and listen to the interview with Mark Reynolds. But here he is, talking about his teammates from the likes of Dundee United, Aberdeen and Motherwell.
Worst dressed.
I'm going to go back to my Aberdeen days with a good friend of mine, Adam Rooney. His game was terrible. He used to wear, I'll give you a highlight he wore when it was snowing. He used to wear in Dunlop wellies that he bought for Sports Direct. that was a highlight in his wardrobe.
Sports Direct. Did he have the big mug and all?
His coffee side, but he used to wear the Dunlops in to train, and he thought that was fine. It wasn't even as if it was banter or it was a last gasp resort. That was just his wardrobe every day.
Moaniest.
I'm going to say probably Willow Flood. Don't know if you've come across Willow Flood much, but
we had him on the podcast. Were you on the podcast, Bob, when we had Willow Flood?
I wasn't there, no.
Aye, man. He's kind of like I don't know, it was a kind of weird sense of humour. He had like right dry sense of humour, just kind of dead laid back and kind of...
Aye, well, he wasn't laid back in a changing room. He was the Moniest guy you'll ever come across.
Aye, I can imagine that.
Who do you want to back you up in a fight?
I'll stay clear to Dundee United. Callum Butcher can handle himself. He's a big better boy.
Aye.
I've lost the rag a few times, and I've often thought I wouldn't like to be on the other side of that. So I'm very happy if he was steaming over the top of me if something went wrong.
Best looking.
I've got a few more. To be fair, Cammy Smith's just left us, right? And my wife loves Cammy Smith, which is no great. You know what I mean? And me and Cam used to car share into training, and Cam used to meet at the gym. I'm speaking this, I'm starting to worry here. But she used to meet at the gym. She used to say, Cammy Smith's lovely. I love the looking wee boy, you know. And so I would say Cam, he's a dead handsby guy, and he's absolutely shredded as well. So he's got a lot going for him. My wife picked me, so she must have a good taste. So I can't.
That's funny. See, just a wee segue there, Bob. Do you ever get that in River City, right, when there's a new character comes up River City?
I get missus goes Jordan all the time. Jordan.
Do you?
And I just know my missus is going like that when she watches it. He's good, Jordan, isn't he? He's good. And you're like, he's a good pal of mine, you know what I mean? But I know what you mean, Mark. It gets a bit. You start going like that, but you're sitting there thinking.
I was just joining the dots as that was coming out of my mouth here, thinking, wait a minute here. Thank God he's.
Wait a minute, where is she?
Teacher's pet.
We've just got a new gaffer in, so everybody's still vying for teacher's pet. I'm trying to use my captaincy as a wee extra in the door and come in and see him. But the gaffer now, he's not really showed his allegiance yet. We don't know who his favourite is. I'm trying to get up my Aberdeen. The easy one at Aberdeen was Johnny Hayes. He was teacher's pet. Love. That's why he went back there, man. I think the 33-year-old wing on a 3-year deal. He can help you. Johnny Hayes teach just in for a coffee, in for a chat, phone him. He loves them, loved them. They loved each other. Just they trained just a lot of time with each other, as you can still see. So that was Johnny Hayes with him and Dale were and still are very tight.
Best you've played with?
See, I've been asked this a few times, and the answer I've always stuck in, I'm still sticking to, is Ryan Christie.
Right?
Aye.
I rate Ryan Christie very highly. I remember when he signed at Aberdeen on loan, in his first few training sessions, I remember thinking Celtic must be unbelievable if he can't get anywhere near it. For me, he had everything, and I think you're starting to see it now. He's stepping up as a kind of more senior player, but just very good on the ball, athletic, can run all day, set pieces. He's got a wee bit of nastiness in him as well. He likes to lash out with a kick and that, which I think he needs.
He's got the bad bit in him, hasn't he? I've noticed that he's got the bad bit in him.
Yeah, and he you know, sometimes it boils over, but he keeps it just kind of bubbling under there, and I think, as you say, you need that. So, for me, Ryan Christie, and then again followed closer. I was lucky enough that James Maddison was up at Aberdeen for 6 months that year, and he was technically, again, came on loan to us. Came on loan at us, and you're thinking, like, this young guy, but he just moved to Norwich for £4 million, so he was already people had recognised he was a very good player, and I mean, his first day in training, I mean, and the thing is, he came obviously developed, but he's just obsessed with nutmegs and skinning people and putting it in the top bag and that, and like, his technique was unbelievable. Like, the Scottish game didn't really suit him, the way we played didn't really suit him, but like, his ability was unbelievable, and you could see him down in the Prem, but he'd be a very close second. I mean, we used to do free kicks after training, and boys would do them, and you'd maybe see boys hitting, so we've got like a target net with his wee corners cut out, and you see boys going over the wall, maybe scoring 2 or 3 out of 10. Madders was like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 every day. Like, his technique, was a joke. Like, it was brilliant to watch as well. But I
remember a free kick he scored against Rangers at Pataudry. I think it was what, I couldn't believe it, man. It was near the end. It was an absolute
last couple of minutes of the game, that's one.
It's one of the ones that hits the crossbar and the post at the same time.
It's phenomenal.
He used to do that in training every day, so it was he's probably one of the best players I've ever seen.
Who never gets the round in?
There's a few. To be fair, the one that gets I've not really experienced it, but Nicky Clark gets a bad rep at United.
Really? Why did I get the feeling we've had somebody say this before?
Somebody has mentioned him before.
Somebody has mentioned him before. I'm not joking.
Was it no Shankland?
I was going to say Shankland said to me he was on it the day, because I was telling the day.
Was it no Warren Shankland? They mentioned Nicky Clark said he was quite tight.
It's a reputation he gets, and he's got plenty of cash in that, but he just
you know what, he's had a successful hairdressing career for years, do you know what I mean? You think he'd have picked up a few cards around again.
Biggest bam up merchant?
Again, there's a few at Aberdeen. There's been a few stories that got released at Aberdeen for the wind up, but again, Johnny Hayes was a big wind up merchant. He went through a 6-month period of enjoyed going to the toilet in people's clothes and shoes. Johnny Hayes was always at something. So he's a big wind up merchant, but there was a period of time where he was taking number 2 in anywhere but a toilet, and it was. And it got to the stage where it got acceptable, which I'm embarrassed that I was in a change room that was just accepted, that you would go and find like he took a shit in your people. We Danny Rogers in his gloves, he sent him, and he used to post them to him. Like, he never even just done it. Like, he used to get his gloves and say, "Oh, you left your gloves," and take a shit and then post them down to him. Done it with a pair of boots.
Oh no, man!
One of the boys left his jacket, and then gets sold. And Johnny says, "I'll post it down to you," and I shit in the pocket. So it was.
Oh no, man! That's a different level, man.
That isn't it, especially getting used to it. Like, where's my socks? Next to Johnny Hayes' shite, man. Just step out of
that. And the boys would just clean the boots out and sign them and give them to somebody. that never happened. I want to go on record with any legal liabilities. That never happened, mate.
Top shagger.
Yeah, it's a hard one as well, because a lot of them are married, so I don't want to name them.
It's always one that gets sidestepped quite a bit.
When you try to say a lot of them are married, does that mean this happens quite a lot then, We're all married, man, so we need to watch for the court.
The only person that was right in with the answer right away was when we had Bob Malcolm on, he just went McGregor. That's what he said.
Easy answer. We've not really had any profit. Most of the changes I've been in have been settled boys, so it's quiet, so I'm going to have to find
do you think we should change that question to the worst shagger?
Well, none of them I see shagging, to be honest, so that was
the only one you've seen shagging is Johnny Hayes.
He just shags everywhere.
Nobody wants to hear about that either.
No, man, definitely no.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Find them on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at G4 Claims Limited.
So that's it for Football Daft for this week. Thank you very much for joining us as ever on the show. Stephen Purden, do we think he will be back next week?
No comment. I don't know.
You never know.
I know that
in this day and age.
He's gutted that he's missing the shows.
He is absolutely gutted, so fingers crossed that he comes back. What he's up to the weekend? You want to watch the Scotland game?
Yes.
I've got 2 christenings, one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
2 christenings?
And I've got dentist and I need to brush. That's why we've got a wee short show. I've got root canal treatment and a thing with I've got the hygienist and the doctor.
You get a polishing scale?
Or that Fisher Seals and all that shite, whatever that is. What's a Fisher Seal again?
Fisher Seal, it's when you're a vein, do you know?
Does he not still get them anymore? Does he not get them anymore now?
I thought it was like Fisher Price. That's a fair one, but no, Fisher Seal.
Aye, Fisher Seal, and it's like white stuff over the top of your teeth, so your teeth didn't disintegrate when you were a vein.
Mate, honestly, see the amount of work that I'm needing done. Honestly, I'm telling you.
Grado, my teeth are like a row of condemned tenements.
It's passion, innit? I mean, I do brush my teeth, man. It's just like,
brush my teeth twice every day.
I think it's the flossing, man. I'm not good at the flossing. Anyway, I better go, man. See you later.
Right, well, there you go. That's Grado's going to the dentist. Good luck with that.
See you later.
Bye.
Can't believe I left you yourself, John.
I'm going to brush my teeth in the toilet.
Right, okay.
Just don't leave what you left in that toilet earlier on, you manky bastard.
So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, use them all. I love it.
More toothbrush. There we go.
Smells the way Tiger Balm smells.
He's bought himself a toothbrush as well. Fresh out the packet. There we go.
Right.
So that's Grado gone. Chris, anything to add to the
what
podcast?
Do you like to talk about, John? We've got a bit of time on hands here.
We could actually talk about football if you wanted.
What do you reckon?
Fuck it.
Audio Frontier.